Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Cafe. As always, I'm your hostess, Barista. It is not just my title, it is also my name. But I'm sure most of you already knew that. And if not, welcome in. We are always more than happy to have you. I'd be more than happy to, fucking words. English, motherfucker, do you speak it? No, I do not. Parlez-vous français? Oui? Non? At any rate, I hope everybody is having as good of a day as they can. Getting hit by an earthquake while you're in the shower sounds utterly terrifying, so please do what you gotta do to take care of yourself to rest and feel better. As better as you can. I don't know if there's gonna be like another one coming at some point or something. I don't know. Where I live, I don't get earthquakes a lot. Like, I literally got woken up in the middle of the... Not even in the middle of the night. It was like 10 in the morning, and I was sleeping in the living room. And I got woken up by it. This was like... over 20 years ago. That was at least the most memorable one. I start speaking the chaos language from near replica. Fair enough. If it works, it works. I cannot do that, so, whoa, Animal Crossing be upon you. God, I hope that's coming through. Ah, the lovely sensation of feeling like you're forgetting something. Technically, neither can I, but I can bullshit my way through. It's a fake language anyway, so, it don't matter. I don't know, try telling that to the fucking Trekkies who've made Klingon a whole fucking thing. I've read stories online of couples who, like international couples who initially got together and were able to communicate because they both spoke Klingon. Not sure how real that is because, of course, it's the fucking internet. But, que sera, sera. Yeah, exactly. Also, quick question, chat. Can you guys hear the game audio, or can you only hear me? This is a very important question. I mean, hey, if it works, it works. Yeah, exactly. That's my thing. Only me? Son of a fuck. Why? Is it just not picking anything up at all? It's not even that I didn't unmute it. I better hear you and not the game than hear the game and not you. I mean, that would be quite silly. I would just be talking to myself. Alright. Which sucks because the music in this game is such a jam. Alright, hang on. Well, of course, now it's not going to do anything. Alright, hang on one moment. This is not what I wanted to do. Pay no attention to the barista behind the curtain. Okay. Mm-hmm. Uh, hmm. Poor Jill has the lovely sensation of forgetting something. I have the lovely sensation of not being able to hear shit. But the barista behind the curtain is very cool and sweet. Yeah, but don't pay attention to her when you can't hear the banging music that this game has. The earthquake was bad. Well, I hope you're okay and that you're able to stay safe. Hopefully there's no any kind of follow-up or anything like that. So if there was any kind of like aftershock, I assume it would have happened by now. But again, I am just a barista. I'm not a fucking seismographic study person. San Diego earthquake, you will see info. Good to know. Also, why am I getting notifications? I turned you off already. Well, I didn't turn it off, but silence. Silence! I don't want to hear you. Uh. Silence the phone or I did silence the phone. You don't gotta yeet me. Alright. Please bear with me a moment while I try to figure out why the hell the game audio is not picking up. In the meantime, how else is everybody doing? How is everybody else's day? Hopefully things were not overly exciting or dramatic if you did not want them to be. And if you did, well, feel free to tell us all about it. I would love to hear it. A day off barista, eh? Okay. Well, while I try to figure this out, you get the full view. It's just shorts, t-shirt, and my hair's down. And a stand on the bar, so you can admire it. While I attempt to figure this out. Why would I want to shrink myself smaller? I like the size I am now. I want to stand on top of the bar. Also, nobody gets these feats because I know what I got. Gary Poggers found out I'm getting over $350 for my tax return, which is a miracle in itself because my mom was sure I'd owe money. Finished up the Frog, Auto Fisher, and Minecraft server. Got some R&R. All in all, a pretty good day. That does sound like a pretty good day, and I love that for you. I'm glad you were able to get some R&R on top of all of that. Let me try. Hang on. Ah! Oof. Oof. Ow. That hurt. Don't worry, I'm okay though. Pay no attention. Or do. I mean, I guess you're here to watch me, and instead I'm just standing here on the bar. Nah, it's all good. What's up, friendo? Have I watched Megamind? Megamind is literally one of my favorite fucking movies ever. So, yes. I have seen it. You're watching it today and it's a great movie. I agree. Hello, Hadai. Favorite character? I mean, do I really have to pick one? Using fucking Metro Man as the Superman stereotype, and then he just completely goes against it. And then Megamind discovering that he does not have to be the bad guy. He can, in fact, be the good guy. Incel villain? Like, he sucks, but he's a good kind of suck. In that, like, he sucks, but the way that he sucks is just so good. Okay, that did nothing except blow my ears out. Holy fuck. Ah. Okay. Okay, I have an idea. What about you? Who's your favorite character? Like, the way he sucks is like you love to hate him kind of guy, and it's absolutely like bro gets his absolute comeuppance, and he totally deserves it. Cause like he really is just such a fucking incel. Okay, so new plan. Plan B. Plan B, and that I really hope this works. If it doesn't, I will be very sad. Then I simply will not know what to do with myself. I'd say Megamind. If not, I'll go with Roxanne because she also helps Megamind figure himself out. Yeah, exactly. Like, everybody expects her to be like the Lois Lane kind of character, where she's just, oh, I'm gonna be the hero's girlfriend, and that's basically all I've got. But then no, she is so much more than that, and she proves that throughout the entire movie. But like standing up not only to Megamind but to Metro Man when she's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know, throwing guitars and speakers and shit at him. And he's just standing there like, "Yep, I deserve this. Yep." Mm-hmm. Why would Metro Man be all the way up there? I can't even see him from in here. I'm in a building. If I look up, I can't see shit. All I see is the ceiling. Ugh. Ah! I knew that was coming. Okay. Quick question again for the chat. Can everybody hear what is happening now? Like can you hear music? Super Barista, Defender of Barista City. Okay, cool. So, we'll just have to go with this. For some reason, the game audio is not coming. Yes, that'll absolutely work if I just mute myself instead. Yeah, the game audio is not coming through for some reason. So I've just pulled up the soundtrack on YouTube, and we'll just let that play. So, bada bing, bada boom. Now we can get on with it. So we've been basically sitting here for half an hour. Must have watched the rated R version. I never heard Roxanne say fuck. It was implied. You know she wanted to say it. Ah, the lovely sensation of feeling like you're forgetting something. Well, we can't hear any of this anyway. All done. Whoa. No, Gillian is not daddy. I mean, I guess he could be if somebody's into that, but most people around here just call him fuckboy. His name is Gillian. He's the other bartender here. Nobody knows a lot, if anything, about him. He's a mystery wrapped up in an enigma. Wrapped up in fucking God knows what. You know what? Sure. If that's what you want, go for it. Cheese and rice. And just checking one more thing really quick. I do apologize. Oh, great. Because, of course, that would be it, too. Guess what, gang? I must have forgotten to save at the end of the last time we did this. Because, we've actually already, seen this part. We've already done this. Fuck it, we'll do it again. Shall be back. Alright, you take your time, you enjoy yourself. We're gonna do this entire end of day thing again. Because, it looks like I forgot to save last time. The feeling of that you're forgetting something. Apparently Jill was right on. I completely forgot to save at the end of the last time. Whatever. Let's take a sip and get going. Feeling better. Fresh air does wonders for you. Well, for a given value of fresh, anyway. I insist that it sounds like dynamite. No, it was too long to be dynamite. It sounded more like some heavy-duty tool. You're a heavy-duty tool. Yes, I am. Wait, that... Damn it! Oh, welcome back. It's Betty and Deal! I've mentioned it before, but, you can generally tell who's coming in, even if their names are question marks, based on the color of their text. You haven't missed anything other than the realization that I came to that, I forgot to save after the last time I did this. So what we're doing, we've technically already done. Yes, we did! That's what I'm saying. I just forgot to... Excuse me, I forgot to save last time, so now we gotta do it again. Which, oh well, there are worse things in the world to happen. Hello, low poly Mario enjoyer. What would you like to drink? I could have sworn this place looked a lot more pink the last time we came. Maybe it's the lighting. Hey, bartender. What did that noise just now sound like to you? Well, if we're talking alcoholic drinks, you cannot take those to go. If you're talking cafe drinks, because, you know, we are the cafe, then that question is valid. I say it sounds like construction, but Betty here says it sounds like dynamite or something like that. Not you too. Do you think it's dynamite then? Yeah, but if I do that, then I lose my license. What? No. I say it's a backfire. It's a gunshot. Firecrackers! See, those sounds have been going on all night and we can't figure out what they are. Well, we aren't here to discuss that. We're here to... who's he? Gillian. Nice to meet you. I don't know, you have more of a John face. Everybody says Gillian looks like he has a John face. Don't be shooting blanks. In the cyberpunk future, who knows what could happen? Where was he last weekend? I don't know and I don't care. He already made amends for leaving me to fend off all those dogs. Anyway, what do you want? Beer. Oh, what the hell. I'll have a beer too. 2 beers coming right up. Let's get him 2 beers. So Deal complained the last time. Well, he didn't really complain. He was just like, this is a bit much for me. So I wonder if we can make 1 big and 1 regular. And that'll be okay. I mean, I would hope game has the sense to give them the ones that they each want. It's like, Betty's gonna want a big beer, because that's just the kind of gal she is. And Deal is not that kind of guy. So I assume... Who knows? Let's serve it and find out. Here you go. Thank you. Man, after-work beer is always the best beer. Yeah. So tell me, bartender. Just call me Jill. Jill? That's a nice name. Thanks, got it for my birthday. How's business lately? As usual. Wait, I guess you don't really know what usual means for us. We're not the kind to be filled to the brim during rush hours, and we don't have that many regulars. So, it's just the same. Nothing's changed. I guess when we came here with all the dogs, it was quite the change of pace, huh? You have no idea. I have a question, Jill. Is it about the girl sleeping next to you? Premium. Please don't wake her up. I mean, I'll give you a beer, but you can't take it to go. I mean, if you run out the door with it, and you get stopped, everybody's in trouble. It's just a bad time for everybody involved. Do you regularly let people sleep here? No, but I'd rather have her sleeping than talking. Should you be saying that with at least 6K people listening? Yeah, do it. I don't give a shit. Your points, you spend them how you want. Let them hear, I don't care. 6K people? She calls herself Streaming Chan. She's been streaming her life 24/7. Oh, okay. Funny enough, where I work, you can't actually take a beer at the store. You can't just drink it on your way out. Once you leave the store, you're on your own. We ain't responsible for you. Oh, see, that words. Words are hard. Anyway. That sounds familiar. I think one of the dogs talked about seeing someone like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we saw them in the chat, and I meant to look up their name, but I completely forgot. The dog who just kept screaming, "Moon!" at us. I hate text-to-speech. It was supposed to say you can. Then again, ours are not open container either. It comes in a can bottle, or you can buy an adult slushie, but that has a lid on it. Yeah, see, that's the difference I'm thinking of. Like, if you go to a bar like this, they just have glasses that, you know, you can't / shouldn't take off the premises. Versus a place that has, like you said, cans, bottles, closed lid containers. Nearby where I live, you can take your beer out, but you have to pay a fine so people drink indoors. Yeah, it's that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know the specifics of, like, different liquor laws for different places. Okay, the 15 minutes for that has more than elapsed, but I have yet to figure out how to fix the timer, so... They have an outdoor porch / patio. It's free real estate. I don't know if it's the same person. So, 6,000 people are watching and hearing us. Considering the way she's sleeping, they're probably only hearing us. Her camera's against the table. I don't know how many are still in the channel, though. I see. There'll be a lot more witnesses if something's said. Do any of you have a criminal past? Nope. Just a minor charge of petty vandalism. What did you do? Painted graffiti outside of my high school saying, "Miss Thompson's a cunt." Why'd you do that? Because Miss Thompson was a cunt. She constantly humiliated whoever got her questions wrong. She also constantly bullied 2 of my classmates. True, I got a week of suspension and had to clean the wall. It gave everyone the courage to speak up. So how's stuff up at Doglandia? True, nobody out here wants to pay that fine unless you are rich. That's all fines are. They're basically a slap on the wrist for the rich and devastating, life-altering... Ah! Hi, sweetie. Thank you for throwing me. I hope you caught me. It is Mr. Barista. Hello, Mr. Barista. I hope you're doing well. You did catch me? Okay, good. I thought it was a perfect landing. I hope you're having a good night, or at least an okay night so far. We've been having times here at the cafe. In and out, as you know, caretaker duties. Yeah, absolutely. You do what you gotta do, love. Yeah, we're having interesting times here. I forgot to save after the last time I did this, so now we gotta do this again. And my OBS is not capturing my game audio, so I'm just playing the soundtrack on YouTube and playing it that way. Really the only difference we're missing is like the ambient sounds of people's like voice blips and the drink making stuff. So it's not that bad. Like, it's not too terribly much that we missed like when we did Coffee Talk. Oh, absolutely. It could have absolutely been worse. If minor audio issues are all we have to deal with tonight, I will fucking take it. But if the music is too loud or too quiet or anything at any point, please let me know. I will gladly adjust. Well, recently we struck a deal with Pharma Fabrics to start a doggy clothing line. Yeah, Dusk's emotes are wonderful. You should totally go, when you're able, you should totally go drop him a sub. You can use those emotes. Which reminds me, I really need to start saving up so I can commission Papito, the artist who did his emotes, for some emotes of my own. Farmer Fabrics? That name rings a bell. It's that textile company where the owner believes herself to be an alpaca. Oh no, this lady. Oh, yeah, that one. We had her here some time ago. She got drunk and so much saliva everywhere. Oh. Anyway, dog clothes? Oh, hush. You should both collab this and be like desk holding a coffee. I mean, maybe. Maybe that's something I could ask for someday whenever I can commission emote artists. God damn it. No, now say it even louder. I mean, okay. Can't stop you. Anyway, dog clothes. We hired a new employee and she showed the higher-ups some designs. After a couple of talks, they decided to give the clothing production a try. Those designs were embarrassing, you know? But something tells me that's why they were approved. You guys want anything else? I'll have whatever this guy orders. Let's see. I'll have a Brantini. 2 Brantinis, then. Let's get 2 Brantini. Yeah, last time I don't think we got this prompt because we gave Deal a big beer like we gave to Betty, and he just wasn't having it. He was like, nope. I'm gonna do what I did before and make like 1 big one and 1 regular size one. 12. Aged mixed. Slot 2. 2, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1. Aged mixed. Joe's rich, but one. Let's see, a lot of people give way too much. I have so much they even give me random subs. I don't know, streamers, sometimes I get tier 3. I mean, hey, sometimes people gift subs to their, you know, people's communities, and sometimes you just get lucky and get one. That's how I have, all of the ones that I currently have, if I'm being honest. Like, any of the subs I have on my streaming account are gift subs. No, enough artists have collabs and stuff. Free as a means to get practice in. And I deeply appreciate it, Nova. I absolutely love all the emotes so much. They're just... yeah, so good. I almost accidentally added an emote that wasn't even one of mine. In my defense, it was a very cute one. It was of a fur barking. This one, to be precise. Okay, let's get them 2 Brantinis. I made them. Let's serve them. Here you go. You have such a wimpy taste in drinks, Deal. Now, see, if anything, it's a good thing that we that we fucked up, because now we're having new and different dialogue. This is fun. Not all of us spent their weekends in college partying like maniacs. Actually, not all of us went to college. You missed nothing. Sometimes I wish I could just go back in time and kick myself. Something on your mind? Well, now I have an idea of an email I'm going to do for myself. Oh, good for you. Oh, well, there you go. Seems like that worked out for you, Ghost. That girl that's designing the clothes. Laura, what about her? She's cute, but she should take more care in her appearance. I mean, right now she fits the unkempt cutie category so well that it's almost painful. Just like me, for real. It's so cliched that I can't help but cringe when looking at her. Cringe? It's like when you see something that's such a cheesy movie cliche. You just feel the need to kick whatever the hell it is. Kick? Betty, I didn't think I'd have to say this to you twice in the same month, but you shouldn't kick people. I wasn't gonna kick her. Why do you think I'd kick her? Because I've seen you kick people before. Oh. Apparently unprovoked or due to complicated reasons only you understand. Fine, guilty as charged. Still, I'm gonna do something about her. I feel like I just need to. It's a matter of honor. Honor, she says. Well, maybe honor isn't the right word. But she has potential, and I'm not gonna let her waste it. Jill, I'm gonna go check the antenna on the roof. Alright. She's your boss, right? Didn't you meet her before? Nope. I'm just the veterinarian. Dogs were the ones that organized a meeting with her. I'd say she's really good looking. Honestly, those pants rob her of her charm. What do you mean? They make her look too uptight, and at a glance she doesn't seem like the type. Some shorts or a skirt would fit her better. Well, she wears a skirt or pants depending on her mood. There was also this one time where she came in wearing a kilt. A kilt was awesome! Damn, she has nice hearing. Now that I think about it, you have that hobby of speculating what someone's personality is like based just on their looks. I mean, you did the same with Jill here. Amazing, you actually made that sound weird as hell. Yes, I have the habit of trying to guess someone's behavior based on their looks. No, it's not a hobby. You made that sound like I'm some sort of creep. I did. What did you think about me? Nothing much, really. Mostly that you were too polite. Not a natural polite, though. More like a professional polite. You're like that because you need to be. That was it, really. Although the way you looked at me when I said your boss could use a skirt or shorts was interesting. You seemed interested in what I said. Like you'd like to see that scenario. Yeah, Jill absolutely would love to see that scenario. She's got the biggest crush on Dana, like, fucking ever. Yeah, that's basically exactly how it happened. Like, I'd just be streaming, and then after stream, Nova would, hit me up on Discord and just be like, hey, look at what I did. Here you go. And it's like, oh, okay. I guess we doing emotes now. Not that I'm complaining. I am absolutely not complaining. I absolutely love them. Like, especially the Freya and Lucas ones, they tell a little bit of a story of some of the places we've been, some of the people we've met. I think it's nice. Not only does it capture specific moods, but it's also evocative of nostalgia for times gone by. AKA things that happened like a month or two ago. You're thinking too much. What do you think about Gil, then? He's either a total simpleton or acts like one in a way that consumes the rest of his character. Yeah. But anyway, I'm just a veterinarian. We see that moon corgi again. I'm taking a screenshot and I'm making it into an emote, just screaming, Moon! Don't ask how I'm going to do it. I will figure it out. I mean, we could probably just look up any of the fucking dogs from the damn ass tutorial. Not the tutorial, the prologue. One thing I was thinking about was like going back and checking the VOD. I meant to look up that dog's name. I figured the best way to do it would probably be to check the VOD, but then I realized I don't remember which VOD it was. I mean, there's only like 2 it could have been. Anyway, I'm just a veterinarian. Yeah, Betty's just a veterinarian, just like we're just like I can't even say the fucking line right. Betty is just a veterinarian, just like I am just a barista. My judgment might be clouded by seeing so many furry businessmen. Oh, there they go. Challenge accepted. Let's have another round. Sounds like a good idea. You'll have something strong. You need to pump some testosterone into your taste in drinks. You'll thank me later, trust me. Then, 2 strong drinks. Manly drinks. I don't care which ones. Well, you shut up. 2 strong drinks. Manly drinks. Well, we do have manly and strong as descriptors. Is our manly sobering? No. Spicy manly strong. Bitter manly burning. Yeah, let's do these Mars blasts. Those are already big based on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. All blended. We just gotta let it go. Just Mars blast. I mean, I wonder if we can make different drinks for them. Oh, we're gonna get them drunk AF. Not necessarily. I mean, we'll probably get Betty decently drunk just because she's... Yeah. Just because she's... You know, she's Betty. She always ends up getting drunk. No matter what we do. What the hell am I even making? She's Betty. Exactly. Well, I accidentally fucking made a flaming moai head. Somehow, I don't think that's gonna be very manly or strong, so let's get that out of here. This is why I'm not allowed to just mix things indiscriminately. I just make random drinks that I don't even think are on the menu. Here, let me... Yeah, no. I just made something that wasn't even on the menu. Jesus. And you know the worst part? I think I just accidentally, like, did a Fibonacci thing. You know, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. I think that's what I did, and that's how I ended up with the moai. Well, maybe someday if somebody just asks for whatever, I will make them that. Now drink. Oh man up, you'll get used to it. Hey Jill, has someone ever proposed to you as a prank? You know, make you think they're falling in love with you just to reveal that it was all a prank? Jill? First year of high school. The guy I had eyes on for a whole year had asked me out. Saturday morning, I go to the meeting place. What do I find? It was all a prank by some bitches. Ouch. Sorry, Worst part isn't that they set me up, but rather that I saw it coming. I knew that guy wouldn't find me attractive enough to ask me out. I knew those bitches would target me sooner or later just for kicks. I knew it all, so when it happened, I felt nothing. They confirmed my suspicion that teenagers are a plague that must be eradicated. Oh, hell yeah. Anyway, why the question? Hey, piece of scrap. Yeah? These are the situations where you should have stopped me before I said anything. It's better to learn by tripping yourself. Why the question, though? Answer the question! Why are you questioning me? I was asking because one of my ex's cousins has been hitting on me the past couple of days. If it were somebody else, I'd pretend to be straight with the help of this piece of scrap here. Sadly, she knows who I am. Worst part is, knowing Vero, she probably put her cousin up to it as a practical joke. Well, I'd suggest telling the cousin she should cut it out. If she feels genuinely offended, they might not have been in cahoots. But I'm just spouting nonsense based on what you've told me. Don't pay too much attention. It's better than my suggestion. What was yours? Waterboarding. Why? Surprisingly, never had that happen despite being a prime target for it, which is a miracle within itself. That area befriended all the teachers and staff to such an extent that no one dared to outright mess with me. I feel like I was in that boat a little bit, but I just... middle and high school were weird. There was this one guy, if I see him, it is on fucking sight. I don't care that he's become a fucking gym rat bro dude. It is on fucking sight. I will attack this man. I don't even want to call him a man. Just thinking about him gets my blood fucking boiling. I'm fucking pissed. Anyway, when we were in middle school, he had a couple of his crony friends, yell like, he actually likes you. And I was like, okay, cool. If he really likes me, he can tell me his fucking self. Like, obviously I wasn't falling for it, but either way, they got some kind of reaction, which I think was all they wanted, so they thought it was hilarious. But no, he was always just a fucking dickbag. Oh, well. Which makes the whole, it's actually a funny connections, like degrees of separation kind of thing. My mom's best friend when she was growing up in school and stuff, my mom's friend ended up befriending that kid's mom. So, like, they were besties in their adult life. And this lady was my mom's, like, only fucking friend. Like, only long-term friend that she'd had. So, just the fact of we had that connection of this person that both of our moms were so close to. I refer to her as, you know, one of my honorary aunts. But just the fact that we never really crossed paths in that regard until her funeral. And even then, we didn't cross paths. It was just more like his mom doing a whole fucking thing because they were close friends, you know, in their adult lives before she passed away of cancer and stuff. He might have been there, but I legitimately do not remember. His sister's always been nice, though. Yeah, so my mom had a couple of those people, actually. This person that I was just talking about, and another person who we met when we moved into this apartment complex when I was like 6. Another lifetime. Swear to God. Another lifetime in an alternate dimension after my mom and dad get divorced because he cheated on her. They get together. You will not convince me otherwise. I will not convince you otherwise. I wouldn't even know how to start. So, yeah. No, the funniest thing is, both my mom and these two other women, who I referred to as my aunts, they all had the same name, but they were all spelled differently. And, like, there's probably a couple more variations on that name that I could think of if I really wanted to. But just the fact of all three of them had the same ass name, and they were all connected. What are the odds? Pretty fucking astronomical, I think. But yeah. I think that was about the only time, because, like, once I got into high school, I got together with my, like, my first high school boyfriend. And we were, like, on again, off again, will they or won't they, for the longest fucking time. Like, he was a year older than me, a grade ahead of me, so, it was very much, you know, will they or won't they, until he graduated. And then I started dating somebody else. And that was very short-lived. But, yeah, no. If anybody else ever had any fucking feelings for me, prank-wise or, you know, actually, they never told me about it. Except for that one fucking guy getting his friends to say that he liked me as a fucking joke. It's like, no, you're the fucking joke. And now I know somebody who is a very nice, sweet person who I deeply enjoy, who uses that name, and I'm just like, you've got a lot of redemption work to do for your name, buddy, and I think you can do it, but, Anyway, Betty's suggestion is waterboarding. The fact that she knows how to waterboard somebody is what scares me the most. The Girl Scouts also taught me how to skin a deer, and I see nobody making a fuss about that. The fact that in this cyberpunk future we're going back to calling it Girl Scouts, and you get taught how to skin a deer, I don't remember getting that patch. Then again, I think I only got one. Before my mom made me quit. My dad's name. My dad ruined his name for anyone else, but I have a friend who has the same name, who's doing the Lord's work in restoring honor to that name. Yeah. Same thing happened with a partner and a friend of his. He had a friend who was, they were not a good friend. They were not a good person. And eventually that conclusion was made by my partner also. And that friendship ended. And that name was very much soured for the longest time. And then my partner made another friend who has that name. And we were both like, oh boy. But this other one, this new one, we now refer to them as the good one and idiot. But no, the good one, he's a very sweet guy. Like, he at least shows gratitude when people go out of their way for him. Like, prime example, when the idiot came to our house one time, they asked for a very specific drink that I went to like 3 stores to find, could not find, got what I hoped was an acceptable substitute. They did not say thank you and drank the entire fucking thing all on their own. The new one mentioned at one point that he's vegetarian. So I made it a point to get, you know, they were coming over for D&D just to hang out. I made it a point to get, like, specifically just a cheese pizza for him. You know, cheese and pepperoni. And he was, but I don't want to say he was beside himself, but he was obviously grateful. He was like, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to go to the effort. And it's like, well, yeah, you're my friend. You're my guest. I'm not going to make you sit there and, like, pick pepperonis off. Or, you know, make something that you just can't or don't want to eat. And it's gonna sounds so stupid, but he fucking said thank you, and that was all it took for, you know, a good amount of name honor to be restored. Hence why he's the good one. Anyway, apparently we're just going down memory fucking lane tonight instead of, playing the game. Yeah, your advice sounds good enough. Especially when you factor in if Gina's being honest about her, she probably won't feel offended. Yeah, and that one good thing was literally just saying thank you. Like, this other person, I genuinely don't think they saw me as a person. I think they saw me at most, if anything, as an obstacle to get with my partner. That is genuinely how I feel they thought about me. 'Cause, unless otherwise prompted by my partner, they would not interact or engage with me. At all. Oh yeah, it was a fucking time and a half. Anyway, not every place offers like substitutions for dietary things. I mean, it's the US, so a lot of places, but not everyone does. And it wasn't even that. It wasn't even like we went out somewhere. like I said, this person and a couple other people were coming over to play D&D in real life at our house. So I went to the store and I just picked up some like freezer pizzas. Yeah, I picked up like pepperoni and like a basic cheese one. I think I might have gotten a Supreme, but I don't remember. Listen, if Nova, if you were to know this person IRL as well, I would simply yeet myself. Not just my avatar. I would simply get up, walk away, and just yeet myself like onto the floor. Because the internet is a very small place. And my partner has unfortunately encountered people online who are like, wait, I know that person, they suck. And it's like, yeah. It's just, I find it very funny that that happens sometimes. Like, this person hasn't even been, like, a friend of his or even really in contact with him since before our wedding, I'm pretty sure. So it's been, like, over a year at this point. And my partner still gets people who are like, wait, that person? Yeah, they suck. I think the most recent incident of that was, like, last week. Anyway. I sure hope I don't. I probably don't, because I've not been up in the northern states. That's where places have been further south. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, apparently they've made quite a name for themselves in their local trans community. Not in a good way. But I we'll leave it at that. Deal wants to make sure of which of Betty's ex-girlfriends she's talking about. Blonde, flat as a cutting board, but cute as a button. Oh, yeah. She came to the office Christmas party, right? That's the one. Well, it's getting late. We should be going. Yeah. Thank you again for everything, Jill. Bye. Please come again. I'm back. Those damn cats moving the internet antenna. Oh yeah, Gil, some guy said I should tell you that the bunny's late. Whatever that means. Ah, shit. Boss, I'm leaving early. If I don't come back in 2 days, consider me as good as dead. Yeah. Well, there he goes. Shouldn't we be worried? Think of him as a kid that tells outrageous stories to get attention, and everything will be easier. Besides, he knows how to take care of himself. Yeah. He'll be here on Monday like nothing ever happened. In any case, I'll be back in my office. Maybe now I can finish watching that didgeridoo tutorial. Boss, where did you get a didgeridoo? And, you know, it's probably better we can't hear the in-game audio if she's watching a fucking didgeridoo tutorial. Wow, 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 wow. Hello, Jill. Stella, you're here for another drink today. Not really. I was just around the neighborhood and... Right. Anyway, I found this bottle being neglected at my house. And I thought someone who likes old liquor as much as you do would appreciate it. Really? I don't know what to say. Thanks. Well, it's nothing, really. This just in. Hmm? I still think this fucking newscaster looks like Fabio. And like Fabio the 13th exists in this future, so maybe this is Fabio the newscaster. The Apollo Trust Bank has locked its doors, leaving about 30 people trapped inside. The security system was activated after somebody tried to steal information from the main database. Oh, hydrate and stretch time. Breaking news, it's hydrate and stretch time. Ouch. Ouch. Whew. We'll have another little sippy sip of my apple water. I call it apple water, but it's just one of those Walmart brand Mio squeezy things that has the concentrated flavor in it. And it tastes like green apple. Hydrate or dihydrate and don't become a shrimp. Yeah, I don't think shrimp goes well with cocktails. Okay, shrimp cocktail is a thing, but that's not the same kind of cocktail. I mean, I'm thoroughly convinced a Bloody Mary is just like a soup, but they put like vodka or whatever in it to make everybody think it's, you know, an alcoholic drink. I'm unconvinced. It's just a soup. Not unless specifically a shrimp cocktail. Exactly. And a shrimp cocktail is entirely different from any of the cocktails that we have. Man, now I want some shrimp. Excuse me. I mean, I have some shrimp in my leftover chicken. I'll have to fish around for it. I'll put it on top of my gnocchi. Yeah, what I was doing before this, I kept seeing fucking recipes for all kinds of gnocchi on TikTok, so I was like, you know what? We have a bunch of potatoes. I have time. Why the fuck not? So, let me pull up how I described it to my partner. Get out of here, stupid fuck. Let's see. The gnocchi look weird and attacked me, but they taste alright. That was what I said. They attacked me because when I was putting one of them in the boiling water, the water came up and splashed me on my upper lip, like between my nose and my lip. Just like a drop, and it more like startled me than anything. It doesn't really hurt. It was just like, eh. Rubbed a little bit of ice on it. And yeah, it's fine. Been craving shrimp and fish stuff for like the past week, and I do not know why. That is so valid. Like, I put the shrimp in my salsa verde chicken because I was like, you know what? Let's give it a little extra metaphorical beef. Because usually we end up with like a shit ton of extra like liquid mixed in with. Also, I had some chicken earlier, and I put some gnocchi in the bowl with the leftovers, and there actually is a shrimp. Let's fucking go. This might be the only situation where it's appropriate to listen to this song. Now I'm hungry, but my stomach is having the grumblies. Oh, the grumblies of you shouldn't eat anything. I hate those grumblies. It's like, why do you exist? Other than to make me suffer. The security system was activated after someone tried to steal information from the main database. Early this morning, the bank... Oh God, say! Wonder if she'll be alright. Ah, hello, Jamie. Good evening, Jill. Did you see the news about the Apollo Trust Bank? Girl, turn around, it's still on! I told you this last time! Newsflash just ended. It's still there! Actually, you know what? Can I change the Apparently I can change the channel, so... Sounds like things just got ugly. Well, now I wonder. Oh yeah, so it just switched it to the news channel instead of having the thing about Alice Rabbit on there. Now it's just saying breaking. From what I heard, there was a commotion earlier today. Something about people being unable to leave the building. Let's hope for the best. Yeah. Gil stormed off just a minute ago, though. I see. Guess the bunny was late. He definitely knows what's going on. What can I get you? Give me a Mars blast. Coming right up. Oh, we've made that already tonight. Apparently going to space. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 blended. Serve it. 1 Mars blast. Yeah, this is the one. Hell yeah, space is awesome. Space is so cool. So cool. My computer can't handle the rendering. Mars blasts. Mars blasts have always seemed poorly named to me. Shouldn't it be red instead of yellowish? Then again, the whole red planet thing is still its nickname. VR. Can't believe I'm myself. Hey, who's this girl? She calls herself Streaming Chan. She's been streaming her life 24/7. I'm guessing her equipment's still running, so you might want to watch what you say. Thanks for the advice. Changing the subject a bit, have you been hearing explosions or something throughout the day? I heard that a supersonic drone was undergoing tests and lost its course. That might be it. Oh. Hey boss, the explosions were caused by supersonic drones. That sounds better than firecrackers. We've been trying to figure out what they were all day. Ah, I see. Sonic booms are not sounds people can normally identify. And this one drone made a lot of noise when breaking the sound barrier. Is this an area to test that kind of stuff? It's not, which makes the whole thing quite suspicious. Huh. Man, if only Gil was here to hear that info. He thought they were gunshots. Are you worried about him? Sort of. He always leaves without notice for days, but he always comes back unscathed. I'd be lying if I said I'm not worried, but at the same time, I've kinda just become used to it. He can be a troublesome man, huh? Sometimes. Say, do you think the people in the bank will be alright? This is the first time a bank has been closed like that, but something is off about this. Because we have Nova. In fact, I must have forgotten to save at the end of last stream. So, like, we went through, we read the news and everything, I think. So, we have, in fact, done all of this before. I just forgot to save, so now we have to do it again. But we did get some different dialogue from last time because I made Betty and Deal's drink orders a little bit different. Off? How? I don't know. Maybe it's the hour. Maybe it's the fact that the news isn't making an unusually big stink out of it. Let's hope I'm just overthinking it. Yeah. Are you worried about something? A girl that was in here yesterday said she was going to that bank. It's not like me to be personally invested in what happens to clients, but... Never mind. Do you want something else? Yeah, I can make time for one more drink. Fetch me a beer. Let's keep it simple. Sure. Alright, let's get him a beer then. Yeah, if he has to make time for another drink, then, we'll just give him a regular size one. I want to give him a big one because he seems like a chill guy who deserves a big beer. But he might be in a rush, so I don't want to hold him up. Or get him too drunk or anything. Serve it! Here. I once read that beer played an important part in humanity's history. Yeah, I'm familiar with the theory. It's an interesting one. The gist of it is that brewing was an important part of society during its development. Drinks were ubiquitous while feasting. They helped foster bonds and build faction alliances. Given enough time and enough beer, larger societies would be born. You seem to know a lot about this. Nah, just enough. Jill, have you ever thought about brain uploading? Brain uploading? I was thinking, what's the point of uploading yourself if you're still here? Let's say you upload yourself and effectively that knew someone's in cyberspace. You'd still be here. Wouldn't it be weird to know that there's a you that's not you somewhere? That's an interesting point. I guess it'd be the same as cloning, huh? Imagine if your cyberspace self found out about the real you somehow. Hell, imagine talking to your other self. There's more. Oh, excuse me, I coughed. Imagine placing multiple copies of you in different situations. Exposing each one to different scenarios to see how they develop. I guess it is kind of heartbreaking in a way. Imagine with someone with some illness uploading their brain into the ether, only to find out their physical bodies are still alive in here, instead of living in a place where there's no disease. I remember an article from a while back about the earliest forms of brain uploading. Scan the brain in such a thorough and intense manner it would effectively kill the person. It used the words, burn the brain. Ouch. All for nothing because the data would be corrupted or broken. They halted all brain uploading research after that. I think they started another project about living brains in jars or something after that. That subject interests you, huh? Makes for a nice time sink when I'm doing nothing. Well then, nice talking to you, Jill. Same here. Always a pleasure. It'd be nice if I was not casually choking on my own drinks. Say hello to Gillian for me when he comes back. If I'm alive to tell the tale. Please come again. Whew, all done. You want to stay here? Seems the street's quite restless. Thanks, but I'll pass. I have a couple of matters to attend to at home. You do? Yeah, I ordered a nano camo module for my apartment. It should be installed by now. Nano camo? Isn't that a tad expensive? Yep. To be honest, I asked my mom for it. She'd been pestering me about what gift I wanted for Mega Christmas for a while. She's been asking that for 4 years, and I've always said I was fine. So I took the chance and asked her for it. Used up all the past gifts. Oh. Feels a bit weird to ask your parents for a gift like that when you're 27. I'm sure she doesn't mind. So what will the nano camo module change from your apartment? I got the basic plan. Walls and one piece of cloth, so I picked my kotatsu too. You have a kotatsu? You know what a kotatsu is, boss? I'm more impressed that you know what it is. I mean, futons are common knowledge, but a kotatsu, not so much. Girl, have you met weebs? Yeah, well, days get cold and the heater might not be enough. And the Japanese have mastered how to live comfortably in reduced spaces. You should invite me sometime. I want to see how you decorate the place with that. Let's plan a day to grab a beer, yeah. No more dancing. I'm tired. What do we do with her? I'll take care of everything. Don't worry. Alright, sorry for leaving her like this. No problem. Well, I gotta go. See you tomorrow, boss. Careful out there. Alright, total earnings 14,910. Drink totals 810, no mistakes, 30% commission. Payment of $243. $350 in tips. Flawless service bonus 500. Dana says, get a nice wall pattern or something for $400. Total transfer of $1,493. And we have total funds of $5,365. You have no new notifications or reminders. Jill wants to buy a fan even though it's winter. Buying one will prevent her from getting too distracted. You can now use nano camo to customize your room. Four says, what's a nano camo? Something to liven things up in this room. No, I don't want to go back to the title screen. God damn it. I want to save, so I don't have to do that again. Totally understand wanting a fan despite it being winter. Yeah, absolutely. Joker Cyclone. Despite the noisy name, it's just a fan. Fans are good though. Really good. There, we just bought that for $800. Goddamn. Jill bought what she wanted and she's pleased with herself. She will surely focus at work. Okay, we read the news and everything last time, but might as well read it again. Totally not Reddit says, Apollo Bank is being attacked and no one is reporting on it. Are you actually surprised? Considering the nature of their threats, it's clear that Quincy doesn't want to take the blame. What a fucking coward. Do we have any sources there? I'm posting from the site. It looks like someone's inside the bank with a huge bomb threatening to blow up the building. Any demands? They want Quincy to quit and the White Knights disbanded. So they're actually helping the protesters? That's not the way to help the people. What if this is just a huge false flag to blame the opposition? I wouldn't be surprised. This fucking place, lol. Let's wait for more info. Jill says, may the God's guide say to safety. Streaming Chan thread. Did anyone see last night's escapade? She was at the Valhalla bar. It was alright. Bartender was a cutie, but man is she full of herself. Don't care, I'm going next week to ask her for a date. We all know you won't. Pretty sure nobody here has the guts to ask someone out. Is she still sleeping? Yeah, the bartender's been telling everyone they need to be careful with their words, lol. Wonder if there's illegal activity going on there, like why would you need to be careful with what you say? Maybe they're avoiding casual racism. True, still it wouldn't be rare for them to do shady stuff. This fucking city, haha. At least she's sleeping now. Last time I saw her taking some rest was about a week ago. Crash is one hell of a drug. Jill says, man, it sounds shady when they put it that way. Well, it's the internet. Everybody wants to think the worst of everybody. White Knight just beat me up. I'm fucking crying right now. Let me tell you the story. Waiting for OP to deliver. I'm here. Anyway, here it goes. I was going home after buying groceries at the store. I was very tired because I had to line up for hours just to buy milk, and when I'm finally out of there, a group of 3 White Knights stopped me and started asking for my ID. They also wanted to see my bag to check if I wasn't a scalper. Once they saw everything was in order, they asked me for a military service ID, and just, what the fuck? Why would I have that on me? And there's no enforced conscription anymore, it doesn't make sense, and because I didn't have it on me, they asked for money or else they'd plant drugs on me. I of course refused, but they'd lost their patience, and one of them hit me right in my temple with a gun. I was bleeding like crazy on the floor, so they just took my groceries and left. Holy shit, man, I fucking hate this place. I hate it so much. I want to leave this hellhole. I'm so tired of this shit every fucking day. Against my better judgment, I'm gonna grab something to eat because I don't know if I had an upset stomach from something I ate because I barely ate it all. Well, just start with something relatively easy if you can. Just take care of yourself. Until then, I'm gonna accidentally open fucking iTunes again. Jesus Christ. Get out of here. I just did it again. Jill says, I've been lucky to never have that kind of problem with the White Knights. I guess. Dry caramel special K, I think this is the best I got to start easy and grapes. That does sound pretty good. Sounds like a solid start. Pollution to reach historic levels next year. Even though most countries in the world have adapted their economies to solve the ongoing problem of climate change, Glitch City still relies on ancient technologies in order to keep costs low with profits high. As a result of this backwards policy, it seems as though we'll be experiencing a huge increase in air pollution next year. Our contamination levels will force the whole population to move away from a lot of areas within the city. Soil is dying at an alarming pace, said experts in a report. Having to buy special raincoats and umbrellas does suck, but experts say you better get used to it. How long until someone says pollution is good? There's a book. Of course there is. The Augmented Eye is being attacked by the AE staff. Hi everyone, we take your security seriously here at the Augmented Eye, and we have the obligation to disclose recent articles on Alice Rabbit were vandalized by who we think is Alice Rabbit themselves or a very good impersonator. We want to extend our apologies and inform that we'll be limiting our coverage of Alice Rabbit to just factual news and not entertainment pieces. Sincerely, the AE staff. Jill says, thank God I don't pay these fuckers for a sub. Alarms rise as the Apollo Trust Bank suffers terrorist attack. Updating. Hijacked screens at downtown Casanova announced what seemed to be a terrorist threat aimed at the Apollo Trust Bank. The information suggests that a currently unidentified bomber is already inside the building. White Knight's counterterrorism unit responded to the threat immediately, however, the bank was then locked down by an external network attack. We might be dealing with a dual threat here, CTU's Chloe Bauer told AE. The bank has been sealed shut using its own disaster prevention system. However, none of the terminals at the bank were working at the time. The whole building was basically sealed at this point. The hostages are trapped. Jill says, I hope Say is alright. No new things from Kira Mickey. We have all these different wall colors and designs. Holy shit, this is expensive as fuck. And then a couple designs for the Kotatsu. As fun as that would be, I think we'll hold off on that for now. Not much we can do now except go to work. Saturday, December 17th. Good evening. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Yeah, I guess we'll leave that guy. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. I did save the game. I saved it before I read the news and everything. You take a break, you know? You're quite the hard worker. The streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing soon. Wonder if any bars used impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather just come here anyway. What did you say? Nothing important. Gil isn't back yet? Nope. I wouldn't worry too much about him, though. You say so. That girl's still here? Yep, she was sleeping so peacefully I felt bad waking her up. So would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss, and it's kind of my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady, sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. Where am I? Oh, hang on. We gotta No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no. She's up, so we gotta play her song. She's like Neil in that regard. That she has her own specific song. In-game, she does straight up just hijack it. Alright. The shoddy downtown bar. Let's see. All my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panties, shirt, or bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening? Oh well, it's the best day of sleep I've had in quite some time. Sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you today or last night. Girl, you were just sleeping. You're not the first girl we've had asleep in the bar, quite frankly. Don't worry. The hell? Fucking bug. You're so nice, flat bartender. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye. Hello, guys and gals. Streamytron's back in action with her batteries reloaded. Ah, the moon, it burns! I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible onto the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Say, what's this bottle? Well, I guess she's gone, so we don't have to keep looping her music. We'll let it run its course, though. Moon! I almost let it go by without a moon! We can't have that. Danger dance with the way the streets are in the game right now? Yeah, that might as well be accurate. Say, what's this bottle? Client gave it to me yesterday. A gift of sorts, I'm guessing. Oh, cool. It's some sort of rum. Rum, nice. Want me to serve you a bit of it? Yeah, sure. Let's give boss some rum. Go to the bottle drinks tab and drag it to the shaker before mixing. Every drink here is priced at $500. We got that tea that we bought that we gave to Kira Mickey. We've got, I'm sure this is some kind of reference I just don't understand. Fedora with a perfume and a plum, and then rum, grandpa booze. Whatever, fuck you. Serve it. Here. Alright. I'm gonna enjoy this in my office. Thanks. Anytime. Okay, then. Let's start up the jukebox that we can't presently hear. Jukebox broken. Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Jill, you good over there? Wait, that's not how it goes. No one here to retort. Man, it feels lonely without Gil here. I just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. Chat. There's a brain. This is a brain. The fucking brain. No, Hadai, please don't eat my customers. I mean, it's funny, we were just talking with Jamie yesterday about the whole, you know, brain upload, brains in jars experiments thing. At least wait until they leave after they've paid. Yeah, exactly. Come on. Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. That was so so something I needed to see that I simply... Huh. The words are not wording. Well, this might as well be a thing. Yeah, exactly. Huh. You seeing this shit, Squidward's house? It's a brain in a jar. I don't... You know what? Yeah, like, this might as well fucking happen. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? I'll have a blue fairy. What the fuck does a brain sound like? Vote now on what's more weird, talking racist corgis or the brain in a jar. You know what, fuck it, we poll. Vote now in your chat. Until then, don't make a joke about becoming real. Don't make a joke about becoming real. On it. Let's give this brain a blue fairy. Do you think we can get the brain drunk? Let's give it a shot. Let's make it a big blue fairy and then we'll just absolutely load it. Shit, I fucked up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. I can count. Can we get the brain drunk, aged, and mixed? Success. Serve it. Here you go. Nice. Yeah, this is the thing. So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. Excuse? Oh. Fuck. Okay. You can drink stuff? And eat. I have the same system Lilim do. Can I ask you something? Call me Taylor. Just Taylor. Can we not, actually? Because, like, holy shit, dude. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. Oh, guys. Y'all. Apparently y'all seem to think a brain in a jar is weirder than racist corgis. But y'all. His brain is hitting on me. I'm getting hit on. Yeah, you know what, Nova? Sure, you're right. We're getting hit on by fucking Jar Jar brains over here. I can't deal with this right now. Maybe I can. But, like... Huh? I'll take it, at least some... Misha, our Jar in our brain now, Annie. No. Also, that was probably the worst Jar Jar Binks impression in history. Have I mentioned I've never actually watched Star Wars? Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I've met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Nah, too easy. You are a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram of that, I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So, how? Why? What, does my handsomeness make you speechless? Yeah. Your something makes me speechless there, friend. I will tell you that. Y'all, I deadass don't know how to respond to this. It's a fucking brain. In a jar. And it's hitting me up. Is it... Are they gonna, like, try and get my digits? Do we even have digits in the future? I thought this was a girl. Who knows? They're very gender ambiguous. They're a brain. Their name's Taylor. Do what I do when I'm in an uncomfortable and awkward position. Meme it up to high heaven. I mean, Jill doesn't seem to be uncomfortable. She just seems more confused than anything. You're not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. A speech? You're seeing one of the five great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature. All while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. I mean, that's pretty... God damn it. How the hell do you think I'm handling my current situation? Memeing it up. I mean, if it works, it works. I'm guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure. What brings one of our world's 5 brains in jars to this place, though? Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Huh. Can a brain walk? Well, you can tell by the way I use my brain. I'm a walking brain. Fuck. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Not now, March of the White Knights. March your White Knight's ass out of here. I'm talking to a brain. Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill? That's a really cute name. Y'all, this brain has the hots for me. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? What with the commotion and all? It didn't stop you from coming here today. Yeah, you're right. Gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic. Did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all. Just that I figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. Well, maybe check your limb privilege. Maybe not everybody fuck, I don't know. I had a thought, and then I lost it. To the surprise of absolutely fucking nobody. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allowed me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright then, yeah, I'll make you happy. 1 beer to make Taylor happy. Yeah, because Taylor is a very gender-neutral name in English. I know somebody, I knew this one couple who dated for a while. Both of their names were Taylor. So we had to, well, we didn't have to, but we differentiated them by calling them Boy Taylor and Girl Taylor. They joked on a few occasions that they only had like one brain cell to share among them. So, they didn't need to use it on, you know, names. And the sigh of relief I just gave. What, you didn't want to figure out how to have sex with a brain? Well, it's a good thing that wouldn't have been your job, huh? That would have been me. That would have been all me, my friend. Yeah, excuse me, brain? How do I give you a handy? Yeah, that's a question I'm gonna want to answer. How do I give a hand job to just a brain? Asking the real $25 questions. I mean, if it was more than $25, I probably could actually come up with an answer. But you know what? I don't think I will. No, I'm not gonna say what I'm about to say. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just being nice. I was gonna say something, but I mean, go on, say it. I don't give a shit. You work up your courage. I'm gonna make Taylor happy and give them this beer. Here, a beer. Ah, yes. No matter what happens, beer's always good. It's interesting, though. Oh, it's interesting, though. Just yesterday, I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You were? Yeah, we were talking about how even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here. I've thought about that, too. Do you think the you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Maybe if she wasn't yawning mid-fucking line. That's fucking embarrassing. I'm currently in the middle of questioning my sexuality, trying to get over not one but two people I have intense feelings, all the while desperately trying to make sure they don't find out I have said feelings for them. I have... God damn it, hang on. They don't find out I have said feelings for them. I have bigger fish to fry than trying to figure out how to fuck a brain. That's why I said leave it to me. I'll figure out how to do that. Maybe I just have to gently stroke upon... Let's see. Well, they're a brain. They might have nerves. What are their nerves connected to? Like, if I hold their hand, will they feel it? Like, if I hold their hand, maybe they'll feel it, and then we can figure out what to do from there. Also, there's absolutely a joke to be made about blowing your mind, am I right? Then you just have to smooth the wrinkles in the brain, make it a smooth brain. No, I don't want to do that. I mean, unless they ask me to. In which case, I'll be like, okay. Do like you do with, like, a very wrinkly dog, just... Zoop. Like, would she remember everything? Like, waking up someplace else and so on? That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer someone's brain into a Lilim. One of the brains is being used in such an experiment, actually. They can make a functional Lilim. Unfortunately, the wiring and other such stuff makes it look more creepy than anything. They aren't transferring his identity or anything, though. Just wiring him to a body. Oh. You'd think someone would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar. I have to admit, the whole brain thing does look creepy. But the body I'm telling you about is just uncanny looking. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you saw yourself like this for the first time? It was quite a shock, actually. It didn't last too long, though. I never was too attached to my body. Later in my life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk. Well, damn, we can't get the brain drunk. What's the point? Get out of my bar. Nah, they seem like a nice brain. I'm enjoying having Taylor around. Itchy. Okay, there we go. If you want to call that a downside, if you want to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? Lilum can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce input speeds to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. Yeah, but if you were to get drunk while you're in the jar, they can figure out what kind of stuff is different than your baseline. Yeah, you're right. Hey, Jill. Oh, Alma. Good, I don't need either experience. I don't like the scent of alcohol. I don't want to be drunk. I will gladly pass that up. That's fair. Yes, pretty lady indeed. Just Alma? Where's the courtesy one would expect from plebeian bar staff? Well, if you're gonna call me a fucking pleb, I ain't gonna serve you shit. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? Happy? Not when you put it that way. Why, hello there, beautiful. Ah! You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry. You don't see talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work a summer in Lilum maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know just what to strive for, then. Just kidding. Make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? Guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome. I'll pay for your next drink, then. What will you have? I'll have a cobalt velvet. And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. You're gonna have me drink alone? I don't want to drink that much. Okay, then. Let's make a cobalt velvet straight from Taylor to Alma. And this is one we can make big, so why the hell not? It's on the brain's dime! I wonder how much, like, do they get paid for that? Like, what's the living situation like? The glass is like... Whatever, let's serve it. Your drink. Hope you enjoy it. You know, you've been nicer to me in the past minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the last year. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right? Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves, right? Really? One would think it's been longer. It feels like it's been longer. Shut up, you love me and you know it. So you just started coming here and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy... Speaking of which, where's Pablo? Gillian. Archimedes. Dunno, adventuring or something. Adventure! Yeah! Apparently he's been making quite a stir on Twitter and I have not been keeping up with it. Anyway, The other guy served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual there. Next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving, and I don't know, I feel like she just gets me. There's this chemistry. We click. We click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than with many other people is kinda sad, though. It's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late and I've gotta go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya! Oh, bye, Taylor. Keep me on your mind. Bye. Please come again. That was fun. Had a thoughtful interlude there. That Taylor sure was nice. A bit weird at first, though. Apparently one of the 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one. Hey Alma, is your family really strict or something? Not particularly, no. Why? The other day you started mumbling something about numbers not caring what you do. About a 27 not caring if you have a Catholic wedding or not. Oh god, it's not the numbers thing. Yeah, my family isn't strict per se, but my mom can be really abrasive. To her, the fact that I'm this old and not married or pregnant is a sign that I'm never gonna have kids. Oh, poor Alma. Lucky for me, I've never had that pressure. Never mind the fact that she already has 3 grandkids. I love her, but she can be, well... Ugh. Ah, yeah, I kinda get it. You also said the words, I was a blossoming woman and I wasn't gonna stand for it. After talking about some 8th grade teacher. Yeah, that. You see, back when my body started developing, I got really shy. But at some point, something snapped within me. I wasn't feeling shy anymore. I felt powerful. My body felt like a new toy to me, one I was gonna make sure to use. Lucky for me, I already broke the news to my mom not to expect grandkids from me. Then again, I think she's known for quite a bit, because I've known for quite a bit that I'm not having them. Besides, she's got 6 other kids, and 2 of them already had kids, so she's good in that department. Yeah, basically. I mean, my mom died like 10 years ago now, and my brother had started having kids after that. And I was living with my grandparents at the time when I was still in college, so my brother had kids, so quote-unquote that family line was still okay. And my grandma already had like great-grandkids from my cousins and stuff, so it was like, pff, there are no expectations for me. My grandparents' expectations for me was just to be happy. Live my life for myself. Which was frankly unfathomable back then, but now I get it. Love that for you. Also from what you said about your mom, what I can remember. Probably for the best you didn't have any. While she was alive and your brother didn't until after she was gone. Well, see, the thing is... Sorry, I ate one of my gnocchis. It was very tasty. The most polite way I can put this is that my brother stuck his dick in crazy and now we all have to deal with the consequences of it. So, like, his stupid fucking wife is just the worst. Like, the epitome of, like, trailer park trash. Like, always desperate for attention no matter where she can get it from, who she can get it from. Listen, I think the best way I can sum this up is by giving not details, obviously, but like by, you know, saying what happened in my first ever interaction with this person. She calls me. Now, mind you, at the time she called me, I was still under the impression that my brother was dating somebody else. So this bitch calls me. She's going on and on and on about how she's all upset because he's going to jail and she's pregnant and blah, blah, blah. And she also gave me way too many explicit details about their sex life that I never wanted to hear, and yet I heard. And I was just too absolutely, you know, dumbfounded. Just too stunned. Just... I was somewhere between... I was just flip-flopping between all three of these. Like, the entire time I was on the phone with her, because I was just like... What the fuck? And eventually I made the valid excuse that I had to go to class, because I did, and I was just too dumbfounded. I could not handle this anymore. Yeah. She was ranting at me for like 45 minutes before I finally, you know, gained enough sense of self to hang up. You know, and end the call. I am unfortunately something of a polite young lady. So yeah, I was like, okay, that was weird as fuck. Hopefully nothing else comes of this. Well, I'm a level with you. I do not know, nor do I care if she actually ever was pregnant at the time. Because she had many... I don't even know if calling it a pregnancy scare would be the right thing. But she would be like, oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, I lost the baby. Oh, I'm pregnant. Oh, I lost the baby. More times than I can keep track of. But apparently, she did once, and it finally stuck. And my brother's a fucking idiot. Because he felt this weird sort of obligation to marry this fucking bitch. So he could be able to be present in his kid's, you know, his kid's life. Our aunt and our grandparents were there at their sham of a courthouse wedding. They were all like, you know you don't have to marry her. In this day and age, you're totally fine not marrying her. It's fine! Now, I always jokingly like to think that things might have been different if I had been there. But this was when I was doing my study abroad semester in Canada, and I was a 15-hour drive away. So, yeah. Yeah, it turns out she actually was pregnant with their first. But you'd think, okay, maybe he's learned his lesson a little bit. No. They've had 2 more kids since. Though, frankly, there are suspicions that the youngest is not his because she does not look like her brothers, but that's neither here nor there. And mind you, my brother's stupid fucking wife had another kid, like long before she actually got with my brother, that she gave up. Like, I don't mean she, like, gave him up for adoption at birth or anything. No. She was in his life and raised him for a while. And gave him up. So she could... How did she put it? Have a new family with my brother. Yeah. Like, her mom, I think, was the one who ended up taking the kid in. So, there's that. So, yeah. And, like, they are not a good couple. They're not good for each other, and they're not good parents to their kids. And I'm not even saying that to be like an asshole or anything. it is an objective fact. Like, they've had their kids taken from them, and the kids are in, like, foster care. Because nobody in our family could or would take them. Like, I got called by social services. They were like, hey, you know, we've got this whole thing going on. Would you be able to take in the kids? And I was like, bro, no. I don't have the space for 3 kids under the age of 8. And even if I did, I would not be able to give them the proper time and attention that they deserve. Reason 3, I honestly don't remember if I told the lady. I don't want to. I don't think I told her that I didn't want to, but my other reasons were plenty good enough. So she was like, understandable. They sent me like a thing of paperwork saying, you know, that I couldn't / wouldn't take them in. Whatever. It was fine. Apparently they're doing alright wherever they're at now. The thing is, my brother would have probably had a shot at getting custody of the kids if he stopped staying with this fucking bitch. Like, the only reason that he's not already gotten, like, sole custody or anything is because he keeps staying with her. Like, there was like an order of protection or whatever that she couldn't be in the house with him. And he just lets her back in. So they were like, yeah, no, you guys suck. We're taking the kids and we're not letting them back until you can prove that you're, you know, competent enough. Which, frankly, I don't think they will. Like, I feel a little bad for my brother because, like, he obviously cares and he wants to try. But with her, it's not gonna fucking happen. Especially if he keeps her around. And I don't know if it's just, he's got mental illnesses that give him, like, such a poor self-image. Like, he has such low self-esteem that he thinks that she's all he can get. I don't know what the case is. At any point, it's fucking ridiculous. And I have not been up to date on anything, because I don't care. Like, the last time I talked to him was on my birthday, because he actually surprisingly sent me a text. I've not heard from him since, though, so it's been almost 2 months. Here, I myself being adopted, acknowledge that I've been very lucky. I'm very pleased to have a mom and dad, although it's bare minimum at the point. But unfortunately, not everyone is as lucky. Yeah, and if I'm being honest, I don't see any good. If anything good happens for these kids, it will not be at the hands of my brother and his stupid fucking wife. Because, like, at least one of their kids is definitely, like, on the autism spectrum. They don't know how to handle that or do that. Like, they've just been... They're not good parents. They're not good people, and they're not good parents. So, like, everybody has been losing in this situation for, like, almost 9 or 10 years now. Like, one last note I can say on this. My grandmother was one of, if not the sweetest people on this god-for-fucking-saken planet. It was a cold day in hell whenever she had anything bad to say about anybody. She did not have good things to say about my brother's stupid fucking wife. And the only reason she put up with having her around was because it was the only way to get my brother to come around for family holidays. Everybody was fucking miserable. get support from elsewhere. It's bad enough I had people acknowledge that people refused to give me a diagnosis until halfway through the period. Try to imagine what it would have been like if I didn't have support at all from anyone. Yeah, when the kid was younger, I heard, like, I remember they were looking into, like, getting an official diagnosis when he was, like, I want to say maybe 3? You know, significantly younger. But I don't remember how that ended up. And again, I'm gonna sound like a cold-hearted bitch when I say this. I don't care. Like, I straight up, I do not care. I know so little about these fucking kids. If I walked by, like, them with their foster parents or something, or, like, the people who are fostering them, I don't think I would recognize them. I would not know them. If anything, I feel like they would be they'd be like the kids that you hear screaming across the store in Walmart, and you're like, oh god, I feel bad for those people, and then they get closer, and you're like, ugh. And, like, do I feel bad for saying that? A little bit. Not bad enough to not say it, though. You have your own fish to fry. Yeah, that too. But, like, I can 1000% acknowledge that when they asked me, and still, if I could take in any of them, no. I don't have the room, I don't have the money, I don't have the time. That's all there is to it. Like, hopefully somebody else who is more suited, for lack of a better term, can help out. But until then, yeah. Of course, there were 2 problems with that idea. I was a teen, a horny teen, and I was surrounded by horny teens. Ah, yeah, that'll do it. I'm not even ashamed. I still stand by the core moral I held back then. But it's one of those memories that you look back and become terrified of how reckless you were. I mean, I could have gotten pregnant or worse. Expelled? At that age, I was always dressed in black and was obsessed with occultism. Worst I remember was being the butt of other kids' jokes. Well, you know how the old adage goes. Don't compare your life to others. You don't know what they've been through. I wasn't comparing, I was just wondering if some of that self-esteem would have helped me back then. Speaking of family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Evita and Bernie do. Not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister, Diana, just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she'd only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time when it almost happened, but I blame the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with a guy my little sister introduced to me. Seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us and instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh. So I take it you rejected him in a stadium on the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know, maybe he wanted to get in my pants with the old sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. That sounds too convoluted, you know? Proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. I've seen more convoluted plots over the years. Feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Oh yeah, it's just some rum a client gave me yesterday. Gift? What did you do? Good enough service, I'm guessing. Cacique. Huh, interesting name. I think that's how you pronounce it, like cacique or cacique. What does it mean? Cacique's one of the name of the chieftain of some native tribes. I see. Do you want me to serve you some of this? I'll pass. I don't have too many good memories where rum's involved. Well, that's unfortunate. Usually it's tequila's everybody's bad time drink. Except one friend of mine, it's Fireball. You mentioned that to him, and he the look on his face, he just goes right back to Nom. He's just like... There we go. Bad touch drink. Yeah. Give me a fringe weaver instead, will you? Alright. Wonder what's up with her and rum. Anyways, let's just give her a fringe weaver. Pretty sure this is the one where you can absolutely get her blasted. Oh yeah. Alright, chat. Do we want to get Alma drunk as fuck or no? Pull it. I love this fucking soundtrack. I thought you would appreciate the hell yes as an option. Yes, hell yes. I'm already doing it. Also, did I type the... Did I type drunk wrong on purpose? That's for me to know and you to ask. Where is it? Did he swap that emote out? He might have done. Oh wait, no, here it is. There we go. Well, did you? Maybe. I did, actually. Because there was this one guy who I don't know why I'm saying it past tense. I still like watching him stream. But whenever he was doing streams where he was drinking, he would call it Durnk streamings. And spell it like that. D-U-R-N-K. Durnk. And the final result? Hell yes. We get Alma Durnk AF. Which means 1, 2, and... I'm not gonna sit here and click it, I'm just gonna sit here and press the button. Aged, mixed. Durnk it! 1 fringe weaver. What kind of memories do you have with rum? Nothing you need to worry about. Okay. Alright, now it's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well... I'm an only child. My mom and dad split amicably. My mom is a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. Spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh. We're gonna find out soon enough. Exactly. Didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know, just kinda said, that's it, one day, and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Mon glisseur est plein des anguilles. Plein d'anguilles. Ooh, what does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know. I can't speak French. It actually means my hovercraft is full of eels. Which I think is a Monty Python reference. It sounds like it would be a Monty Python reference. I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. Really hard pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. You're kinda lucky, you know. All my mom's side of the family lives here. Chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. But yeah, that's the primer on my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist and you call that uninteresting? I'm wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. Like if I called you a mixologist. Ugh, please don't ever. Sounds like something somebody would say to make bartender sound sophisticated. Hey, fun fact, I learned the other day that while French, Spanish, and other languages like that have a lot of gendered words for them, the longest time did not have any gender-neutral equivalents, but they are slowly but surely starting to add them. Yes! They're catching up. And I love that for them. See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security, and I'm their woman. Soon any Pokemon fan game that's written in another language will not have an excuse for having a non-binary protagonist. Well, there you go. You've told quite a few stories about cracking into databases to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job. Sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had Sudoku or a crossword with me. Oh hell yeah, love Sudoku, big fan. At some point, they started feeling kinda samey. So, when I started college, I took a course on system security. Felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles, and it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. It's kinda like an always evolving puzzle. This reminds me of a puzzle. I'm so not good at puzzles. Like word puzzles, logic puzzles, shit like that. I'm god awful at them. Professor Layton would be so disappointed in me. A puzzle I helped make harder at that. Huh. Didn't think about it that way. It is less actiony than what movies make it up to be, though. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Do you have anything else? I'll have a classy drink. Any classy drink. Here goes nothing. She wants a classy drink. Well, we already gave her a fringe waiver. She already got a cobalt velvet. I know she likes a brandini. Let's make her a big one. Surely a security consultant can afford a big brandini. You couldn't see it, but I stuck my tongue out for the sake of being silly. Big brandini for all now. Serve it! Here. Bravo, you made me very happy. Woohoo! I guess. You know, sometimes I feel you know me better than all the guys I've been with. I feel compelled to ask how many guys you've been with. We're talking about serious, long-lasting relationships? Just a handful. Casual dating and one-night stands, on the other hand. Why do that? Why go through so many people? Hey, it's not like I take every guy I see to bed. Who do you take me for? You know what I mean. Yeah. That's something I don't have an answer to, actually. Why not? A minute ago I couldn't get you to shut up. Details. Maybe I'm just romantic that loves having someone to cuddle with. Maybe I just get lonely. Maybe there's a deep-seated psychological reason behind it all. Maybe I'm just horny. Whatever the case, I just kind of feel like it's a quest I shouldn't give up on yet. Well, it's not like I'm too different. Until recently, I, too, had a streak of one-night stands. Really? What made you stop? Reasons. What is it? Tell me. Maybe later. Time for my break. Come with me. Huh? Why can't I stay here away from the cold? I don't trust you. You could fit a bottle between those tits of yours and nobody would know. Why not just say, please come and let's keep talking at the back of the bar? Got the message. Now come on. Guide me then. Maybe it's all of the above, and regardless of which one it is or if it's all of them, valid. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure. It's break time. Save. And we are actually going to take a quick break. IRL. Mostly because my drinks are empty and I need to refresh them. Might as well just leave the frickin' game soundtrack playing in the background there. But we'll be back in just a few minutes. Everybody, take a break. Get up, stretch, get some food, get some drink. Maybe it's late, maybe it's time for bed. Whatever the case may be, you do what you gotta do to take care of yourself. And we'll be back in just a few. It would help if I hadn't accidentally muted the microphone instead of unmuting it. And it also helps if I'm actually clicking on the crate fucking things. Oh, good. I fixed it. Somehow. Well, at least it looks like I fixed it. Chat? Can you hear the game? It's very important. Okay, good. The fact that we can actually hear something. Yeah, I had no idea what was wrong or what could have been wrong, so I figured, the best way to fix it was to just turn it off and turn it back on again. So while I took my little break, I just, closed out the game after making sure I saved it. And then just reopened it to see if that would work. And it seems like it has. So, small victories. Frankly, not that I'll change the playlist or anything. Anyway. Because what's already on there is what I was into before. Anyway. So, yeah. So we just finished our break. Both IRL and in-game. We took Alma outside with us for our break to keep chatting with her. We didn't get to see that. Maybe sometime we will when we take somebody out if we... I don't know, maybe that'll be a thing. If not, oh well. Honestly, I'm just really glad I got it. I did it! Yay! Anyway. Get all my right tabs back open. Cold, 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 cold. It sure is chilly out there. Hey, why isn't anything on? It's Saturday night. Put on the fight. At least I think it's Saturday. Fuck, man, I don't remember. It sure is a day. You know, this just tells me what day it is here. So. There we go. I was getting scared. I'd be like, no, I don't want to read one line again. Sure is chilly out there, I say as I read the line again. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy. Very respectful. Apparently he got into some legal trouble and that's why he's like that. Really? He could also just be a very nice crackhead, though. So, are you gonna tell me? What? Why did you stop having one-night stands and all that? I started working here. I don't know, after I started working here, I felt like I didn't need to do that anymore. Maybe I was just lonely? Aw, how cute. I also got fed up with everybody complaining about me smoking on the bed. I'm gonna burn the bed with that. Yeah. If you ever need a hug, just let me know. You don't need one-night stands for that. There you go, Jill. Now you've got both Dorothy and Alma having that option open for you. You left me thinking, though. What's your thing? Your fetish? You strike me as the kind to have an overpower fetish of sorts. Yeah, because you have the massive hots for your boss, not that I can blame you. Yeah, Dana's cool as shit. So, I don't know if any of y'all were here whenever I was first starting out with this. We raided out to somebody who was playing Cyberpunk 2077. And I was like, you know, Cyberpunk. They both have Cyberpunk in the title. Maybe they're related. Well, apparently, there is various supplemental material for the world of Cyberpunk 2077. I forget if it's like a tabletop or like some kind of world tie-in book or whatever. But Jill's boss, Dana, is tied into that universe. If I remember correctly, she dated at least one of the characters that shows up and was at least rumored to have been a bodyguard of Johnny Silverhand at some point. So, do with that what you will. Anyway, back to what Alma thinks Jill's fetishes are. You want to feel totally swayed by someone. Have consensual yet forceful sex with your partner. Jill, she nailing it? Like you wish you could get nailed? Heyo. Did I hit bullseye? You have quite the imagination, girl. Honey, some service here. Oh, speaking of Dorothy. I'm here, don't scream. Oh, were you two hanging out at the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Now see, I forget who it was, but last time we played this, somebody mentioned... oh god. Yeah, Alma's on her way to getting drunk, and now Dorothy's here. So somebody mentioned last time that Deal only blinks, like, with his eyes. Like, well, yeah, people blink with their eyes, barista. But, like, only the inner parts of his eyes, like his iris and his stuff. Like, he doesn't seem to have eyelids. And I said I was gonna check out a Lilim the next time someone came in, and the only one that I know of presently is Dorothy. But no, she has eyelids. Maybe, I don't know if she's like a different type of Lilim than he is? Or whatever the deal may be. But, yeah, no. So far, Deal is the only one that's a thing with. Because Dorothy has regular eyelids, but she probably needs that to stop the uncanniness from costing her work. This just in, people blink with their eyes. They also breathe with their mouths and nose and hear with their ears. Yeah. I just wanted to do the jump scare, but then I didn't know where I was gonna go from there. But also some people hear with their eyes and see with their ears. Check your privilege. Not gonna lie, I was expecting something else. What were you expecting? I deadass didn't know what to do after I hit the jump scare. So please let me know so I can do it next time.
Is that what they call it these days?
What do you want?
Something soft, something sweet. No alcohol, please.
Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from the vending machine?
But I like you!
I was expecting you to either say fuck you or pull a desk and say shut the fuck up, Nova. Well, see, that's where we differ. I don't always come up with such things on the spot. Then he's not here right now, so I can't channel his spirit as easily.
Do you dislike my present so much?
Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say? Alright. Dorothy wants something sweet and alcohol-free. I think that's probably either a sugar rush or a blue fairy. Didn't she say she wanted something soft? Yeah, so let's go with a blue fairy. Let's make it big so she knows that we like her having her around. No Karmatrine, aged and mixed. Blue fairy, we made it big. Serve it! Here, like you asked.
See, you don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines. Unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola.
Lawrence?
A friend of mine. He's a vending machine.
Oh!
Oh, but how impolite of me.
I don't know, that... impolite is definitely a word that could be, used to describe a lot of what you do and say, Dorothy.
I'm lovely and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Nice to meet you.
Oh, I'm Alma. The pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say?
Yeah? Why?
Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before. Oh boy. Alma's heard about Dorothy. In what way? Has Jill told her about her before? Is that how she knows? Let's find out.
Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me, tell me!
Impolite, brash, blunt, leaving nothing up to the imagination. Yeah, basically. Mostly about your, pluckiness.
And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker.
So much for trying to be subtle.
Hey, I take pride in my job. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it.
Oh, that's fair. Isn't it dangerous?
I know how to take care of myself, thank you very much. Where do you work, Alma?
I'm a hacker.
Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says that's hacking, right?
No, of course not.
I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen?
No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it.
We won't know until you try, right? Last time I said that, I had to jam a plastic replica of a halogen light bulb up a grown man's ass. It was a success!
Okay then. Let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database.
Alright.
First, I do some research on the target, OS, servers, how the information is stored and all that. There have been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First, I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way.
Uh-huh.
After that, I start testing the networks. I go through the basic protocols, try known exploits, as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself.
I see.
Then, when I'm finally in, I go and retrieve user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need.
How do you do that?
Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me. But the usual way is using a buffer overflow.
Bluff! What happens next? What happens next?
I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks.
I can't! I can't handle it anymore! Alma, hack me! Hack me like you've never hacked anything before! Make my buffer overflow, create a backdoor in me, escalate your user privileges, find flaws in my security!
Why does this feel like Alma is verbally edging Dorothy? The music does not help with this, by the way.
Teehee. Sorry. I got carried away.
No shit, what happened? Nova, all I will say to that, did you do that on purpose, is, teehee. There may or may not have been a reason that I gave Alma that, like, lower kind of husky kind of voice. So I thought it would go really well with this particular scene.
Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook, but they make it sound like they're having sex instead?
Suggestive scenes, yeah.
Well, that whole thing was kind of like that for me.
Really?
I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything.
You alright over there, Nova? I think I broke them. I feel a little bad. Sex! Wait, no, I do know her real well. Hello, Zoe! Oh, welcome. You just missed the part where I did a dramatic and, you know, vaguely erotic reading of how to hack into a system, courtesy of Alma, and, Dorothy got, very, very into it. Let's put it that way. Yep, if I don't know, I don't feel bad, I'm alright. Kinky. Yeah, apparently. Fucking Dorothy was all over it.
But trust me, if you recorded yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice...
What, you telling me that wasn't my really sexy voice? Well, frankly, I almost said insulted and offended at the same time, so I almost said infended. A+. God damn it, speech to text, I meant to say, yes, I'm alright. Okay, good. I kind of thought so, but I was a little concerned. I was concerned I might have overdone it a little bit. Oh, excuse me. Great, now I'm yawning. Don't ask questions. It's fine. Anyway. Now that we're all chill. Or at least relatively speaking. Make it a white Russian without coffee or cream. You just want vodka then? Pretty sure that's what a white Russian is. Here, perfectly alright. Okay, good. I was a little worried. I was like, this might be less than ideal for certain individuals. But then I was like, fuck it, we ball. And it fuck it, we nut was more like Dorothy's POV of that.
You'd make millions. Horny Lilim are an unexploited market.
I see. Oh, looks like my ride is here.
Your ride?
Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me.
Is it alright to ask that from him? It's okay. I've known him since preschool. Just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey, Dorothy, you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yay! I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey! Later, Jill. Take care. Street seems noisy. Oh, a client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get?
I feel like I'm more stunned speechless by this guy than I was by the brain in the jar. What kind of voice do you give this guy anyway? He's got a question mark on his forehead. That's how I feel right now, just, huh? Let's take a sip of coffee. So we can... This gives off androgyny, but in a very confusing way. Yeah. This individual is serving. Nobody knows what they're serving, not even them. Such a small yet comfortable place. Truly an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of the suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie can just sit to kill their insides. Bro, the fact that you think my clientele goes from scum to trash junkie, what does that say about you? Truly, a real persona non grata. I'm gonna persona your non grata if you don't. Somehow they look like an old woman and a Redditor at the same time. BRB, putting on my neck beard so I can voice this person. Shit. You're actually the for mysterious. I cannot do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's Latin for mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical. Oh, so, this person is, a bit pompous, a bit full of himself. Okay, Alright, we got ourselves a persona non grata here. You never see it coming. That's why they got a question mark. So they are a Redditor. What will you have, then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus teen. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. 17? What the hell does that mean? Well, I've got two ideas. I'm assuming that either means, like, 17, like, the 17th drink on our list. 17 is gonna be the amount of seconds you have to get out of the building before I shove my cane up your ass, good person. 17 seconds is all you have to get out of my bar. So I feel like it would either be, like, drink number 17, or maybe a drink that has 17 ingredients. Which we can do by doing any drink that has, like, optional karmatrine in it. Yeah, like, we can make a blue fairy have 17 easy. 17 is when I started college. Good for you. I did it at 18. We'll give this individual a big one. Maybe so they don't get so blitzed. Aged, mixed. I feel like it's left up to interpretation. Kind of the first couple of times you serve meal/silver a drink, you're just supposed to pick something. 17 is when I graduated high school. Y'all are making me feel behind. I did 18 when I was 18 when I did both of those. I was trying to think of that flaming moai that I accidentally made earlier, and that only has 12. So that wouldn't work. But I think we got it. A summer birthday, so I start and finish the school year at the same age. Ah. Gotcha. Yeah, let's go with this one. Serve it! Okay, explain. The total of ingredients here add up to 17. Despite my rough upbringing before I was put with my current family, I did not have to repeat kindergarten. Oh, hell yeah. Beautiful. All I'm imagining is that fucking effervescent. I still don't know how to... I don't know what to do with this person. And what brings you here, Mr... I'm Armandio. Virgilio Armandio. See, I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite. Right. Basically combining those two meant that I graduated at 17, but like 3 weeks later turned 18. Ah, gotcha. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. You're an otherworldly experience, and I'm not sure if that's a compliment. I was passing by and I saw this place is called Valhalla. Oh no, he's not a Redditor, he's a 4chan user. Oh no! I want to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls. The golden hall full of never-ending banquets, the lively Valkyries looking over them. We have some arcade machines on the corner. No, 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 you're taking me too literally. I'd rather take you out the door. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. You know how I do that? Not by not doing what you're doing. I wanted to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. You got me. That's all you're getting, man. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, here you go. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Not that I'm very surprised, given how things have been going in the streets, though. Humans are a nasty bunch, that much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other. But that's to be expected from the only mammal that kills its own. Somehow I don't think that's true. I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. I'm just a barista, I'm not a zoologist. Oh yeah, then give me an example, not zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know exact details, I just know that isn't right. If memory serves right, once a lion takes over a pride, every cub born from another lion is killed or something. Takes over a pride. You can't take over pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. You know what's gonna be a tangible thing? Me slapping you. You need to stop making things up, not zoologist bartender. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? The atomic number of chlorine? No, and Chloe is a name, not a number, you know. The group where halogens are in the periodic table? He looks very punchable. Yeah. But who knows, maybe he's like Gil in that he's putting on this act, so that people will go like, oh, what a weirdo, and just sort of write him off. Like, maybe he's, trying to live... He's about to be very punchable. I mean, even voice to text saying punishable was also accurate, I think. His punishment is punches. Why is his tie a camo pattern? Well, maybe, like I said, he's acting really weird and eccentric. So by standing out, he'll blend in because people will just be like, I want to deal with this fucking guy. And they just, like, put their hand up over their face and walk away. Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table. Just realized you weren't joking when you said he has a question mark on his forehead. Yeah! Like, bro doesn't even know what the fuck he's about. Okay, then, I give up. 17 is us. Eh? Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number is the whole foundation of you and me. No, the fuck it's not! It's 23! What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17! Well, they're both primal numbers, so it's the same idea. Primal? You want anything else? I'd like a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat. Okay, want a plum floating perfume in... Son of a bitch. Joke's on him. For whatever reason, I'm sure it's a reference to something. I don't know what it is, but we fucking have it. Take your plum fume and go. Here. Huh, you didn't. Wait, you did. Enjoy. I will. I'll drink this, perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, that'd be silly. You win this round, bartender. You know, I have something for him. It's a knuckle sandwich. I mean, you'll have to serve it to him outside. I don't think the bar serves food. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? Bro, you're reminding me of that one person in fucking Streaming Chan's chat. Hey kids, do you want to die? I also have something for him. It's a frying pan. Ah, my favorite D&D spell. I cast Iron. Iron what? Clang. How? What if we're already dead? Both of us. What? What tells you I even existed before I entered that door? I cast Testicular Torsion! Testicular Torsion casters are always acting tough until somebody casts Mend Butt Crack! I cast Testicular Torsion, I cast manual breathing. I cast Endometriosis! How can you assure me that this reality is real and we were not, in fact, in heaven or hell all along? Oh! Set for hydrate! Thank you for that, Meteorachnia. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Or at least stopping in. And thank you very much for the hydrate. Always appreciated, especially when I'm casting wizard spells. Like endometriosis. I cast permanent period. Zoe, no, you monster! That's too much! Well, maybe, depending on... Well, no, that would get tiring after a while. Plus, it would be expensive as fuck. Like, even if you use reusables, it's still a, like, higher investment value over time. Now I'm sad. Dear God. I'm stopping in for a couple minutes before bed. How goes Valhalla? It's going pretty good. We started off the night accidentally redoing something we already did. Their destiny's worse than death. You're so right. Yeah, we accidentally had to redo a whole half of a day because I forgot to save after the last stream. But I did, do some different dialogue options, so it wasn't like it was a total repeat. So, yippee! Now... Let's see. We met a brain in a jar. We got Dorothy absolutely turned talking... Alma got Dorothy absolutely turned talking about hacking. And now we've got this fucking guy. Who's just kind of weird. I'm convinced he's being extra weird on purpose so people will just, like, write him off and be like, ugh. And, you know, ignore him just because he's that fucking weird. Like, you know, one of those weird people you see out in public, you're just like, oh fuck, I don't even want to engage with this person. Looks interesting. After coffee talk with my friends, one of them suggested Valhalla too, so I'm interested in what it's like. Generally, it's the same kind of premise, and if you're starting with coffee talk, I think it makes sense to segue into this, because it's pretty much the same kind of thing. Like, you got somebody with you, you talk to them, and you make them drinks based on what they ask for. Like, sometimes they'll straight up tell you what drink they want. Sometimes they'll just give you a category, and you have to work with that. Fucking this guy asked for something that was, I assume, is a reference to something else that we actually had. So he was like, oh, you had it. And we were like, yeah. Coffee Talk is coffee and Valhalla has alcohol. Yeah, basically. And Valhalla is set in like a cyberpunk dystopian future and not necessarily like fantasy present day. Valhalla takes place in the 2070s. And fun fact, cyberpunk bartender action as a subtitle for Valhalla, it being set in the 2070s, you think, one of the both establishments then, one after another. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there actually is a connection between Cyberpunk 2077 and this game, actually. One of the characters in this game, in one of the supplementals for Cyberpunk 2077, I think it's called Cyberpunk Red, says that she dated one of the characters, I forget which character, and is at least rumored to have been a bodyguard for Johnny Silverhand himself. So, do with that what you will. But yeah, no, I think as far as continuing like visual novels in a sort of thematic kind of way, going from Coffee Talk into Valhalla is a pretty good segue. Rather eat a baby goat or a matter baby? Aw, what's a matter, baby? Plus, the music in Valhalla is fucking banging. Not much. How about you, sugar? Ah. Like, when you start your shift in this game, you get to set the playlist. You have to put in like 12 songs. And you can choose a variety of the songs, or you can just choose to keep playing the same one over and over again. Fun fact, you actually get an achievement if you fill the jukebox, all the slots, with just the same song. Yeah, no, it's a good thing you came when you did in this second part of the stream, because my game capture, like the audio for it, was not coming through earlier. I still had the playlist up on YouTube, so I was still listening to the music that way, but this is better. Yeah, I would highly recommend this. And I'm not sure what, if any, kind of different endings there are, like if there are good endings or bad endings for characters, depending on how well you do. Yeah, I probably just fucked up something when I was opening things, because I literally just closed out the game and reopened it, and it was fine. The main thing that was missing, since I had the music playing, was just like the ambient sounds of, the making the drinks, the clinking and stuff. Just waiting to see if it goes on sale. Plus, I still gotta play Chapter 2 of Coffee Talk. Oh, that one's really good. We did that before we did this. It's really good. I can't wait for Coffee Talk Tokyo to come out this year. At least as far as I know, it's still set to go on sale. Valhalla was recently on sale twice. It was on sale there was like a visual novel fest that they had. I think it was only like $10 then. I mean, it was also only $10 with the spring, theme spring sale. Yeah, usually when Valhalla goes on sale, it's on sale for like $10.99, I think, before tax. But frankly, even for full price, I think it's worth it. Then again, I'm also biased because A, music, B, the story, the characters, everything. There's just a lot. a lot in a good way, and it's not like you're gonna get... I think there is New Game Plus in this, so... Like, if you play through and... You can probably, like, roll your money over and stuff, I bet. I would not know. I've not actually gotten that far, but... I'm sure that's probably it. That's probably how you can, like, buy all of the things from the shop and everything. Unfortunately, Coffee Talk Tokyo is still only listed for, later this year. You're gonna go gambling? Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. There's also a sequel for Valhalla that's been in limbo for a long-ass time. I mean, playing gacha. Fair. You have fun with that. Okay. Must head to bed now. The fact that I processed nothing I said or read now is proof of that. You know what? That is totally fair. At any rate, I hope you have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the hydrate. You go get some rest. And you take care. If you want to see more of Valhalla, we'll be back at it tomorrow. I've been going, oh god, I've been going for 3.5 hours, so if you stop by earlier, we'll be here. But if not, you take care of yourself. Anyway, what the fuck is Virgilio on about? What if everything up to this point was just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? I could punch you to make you feel reality. See chat? Jill has the same idea. Jill does not seem to be a fan. I mean, understandable. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Okay, so we're all on the same page about this guy. Okay, great. Yeah, exactly. Such a closed-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from the factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. You know what's not beyond my reach? Slapping you. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. So I don't think it made a sound, but the entire screen just shook. So something happened. The Hobbit era has started! It means the Twilight of the Gods in German, by the way. That guy, I am already having a crisis. I don't need to have another one. Let me handle the one I have going on first. That's why I'm saying, just... I'm pretty sure this guy just acts this way so people will write him off. Yeah, I honestly can't tell if he's referencing Ragnarok or what the fuck he's on about. Well, you're on your own, bartender. Enjoy your new world order. Oh good, he left. What? Okay, so it did make a sound, but I was talking. But the entire screen just shook again. Couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Oh, hell. Let me take a look out the window. Be careful. I see lots of flashes in the distance, most likely gunshots. Based on the sounds? Yeah. Jill, come here a sec. What? About 5 gigabytes of reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counterterrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the Vice President. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsu Corp's CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of that bank, it seems. I want to forward A to him. I'll just quarter circle forward from a distance.
I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside.
Oh, that's how you sure you can? Okay. I know how to do Hadouken. That's all I got. What if they break in?
They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system. And I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus.
Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight. Yeah, Hadouken. Hadouken!
I'll get you the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office?
I guess it's fine.
Good. Let's hope everything gets solved by morning. I'll have Zenkato on hand, just in case.
The metal bat with nails?
There's nothing it can't bash.
Say, Gil, 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. Our total earnings, 18,460. Drink totals of 3,000, 0 mistakes, 30% commission. Payment of $900, $550 in tips, $500 for a flawless service bonus. Dana says,
sleep tight, I'll protect you.
And gives us $300 for that. Today's total transfer, $2,250, so our grand total right now is $6,815. Save. Save. What do you mean day 6 break? Down, down, forward, forward, A. That's a move from Guilty Gear. My main in Guilty Gear is pretty obvious, LMAO. I assume it would be if I knew anything about Guilty Gear. Is it safe to keep playing with what's going on outside the bar? Yeah, that's actually what I was about to... do. I was about to call it a night. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the music back on. What did I just click on? Oh, okay. Never mind. It's okay. We're okay. We'll be significantly more okay if I stop slapping the microphone. Anyway. Bunga bunga. Get jump scared, chat. Yeah, what a day. We had to redo things. We met a brain. We met whatever the fuck we're calling Virgilio. Yeah, she did the thing. Ah, I'm super scared. Is Bridget canonical trans woman? Oh yeah, I've heard about her. Good things, good things. Knowing Festini's question. I'm calling Virgilio the Redditor. That's fair. Wait, I thought you said he was from 4chan. Let me see. Okay then. No, you know what? No. No thank you. Oh. Probably smells like 4chan. What's the difference? I don't know. I'm sure there's a difference, but do I know what it is? No. No, I do not. If I had any idea what the difference was, I would gladly say it. But I don't either website, so... Let's see. Hush. I'm doing a thing. Now, you know what? I was introduced to this person earlier through Raid. So, let's go. Go give them a hot raid. Sadly, I do. Oh, okay. Alrighty. So there is our raid. Like I said, she's doing some art right now. Somebody else I was watching earlier raided into her, and I like the vibes. The vibes are nice and chill. So we will go bring her a to-go coffee. It would help if I actually... You know, I really need to just have the whole message, like, copy-pasted somewhere. That would be helpful. There is here... Café raid. There we go. Dropping on in with the raid. There's a command for that. I'll have to look into it. Am I gonna do it tonight? Probably not. Am I going to do it tomorrow night? Probably not. Am I going to do it any night soon? Maybe. Who knows? I have the house to myself this week. Maybe I'll do that. But until then, everybody go enjoy Griffin's stream of art. Get some rest, get some food, get some drinks. Take care of yourselves. We'll be back tomorrow.